Right, so I've got a few jobs to do around the pond. First one is sorting out this area. Next year I want that to be same as that, so completely green wall going right across. I like that, looks really cool. This area, different plants, not done as well, and I think because above all of these plants there's clear panels. I put two dark panels at either end of the roof. So there's a dark panel at that end. And for whatever reason, those marigolds, they're marsh marigolds, they need more sunlight than the lilies. So I've put a couple of lilies in here as a tester, and they've done absolutely fine. So I think they're more shade tolerant as a plant. Got big leaves, so just picking up the light. So I'm going to move a couple of those over into the baskets over here, and then probably scoop up all the marigolds, plop them over the other side, and then probably divide up some of the clumps of the lilies. Just multiply them really. I mean, they've bulked up so much that I'll be able to cut them in half, divvy them out, and go again in the spring. So it's definitely a good time to do it. It's a good time to play about with them, but they won't do anything until the spring now. This plant is massively in the way. So let's shift this without knocking everything over. I don't think this is I thought this might be a bird of paradise, but I don't think it is. I'm not sure what that one is. If it is a bird of paradise, it's slightly bigger. It's more like a banana or something. Mozzie. Right, so pond is at 11 degrees today. Outside is, not outside, in here, 12 degrees. So weather is all over the place. What's it outside? So outside is 10 today, so 10 outside, 12 and a half in here, and then 11.3 in the pond. So it's all good. Right, this is where I risk life and limb. See what we got going on over here. This is always fun, going over here, not. I'm getting too old for this. Right. Okay, so these marsh marigolds look alright. They just haven't really bulked up. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then another one over there. The root system looks amazing. I'm wondering whether this year they're working on their roots, although the roots look good here and here. These ones, the roots don't look as good over this side. I don't know what that is. Those ones have got a massive air stone over there, so maybe they're really benefiting from the extra aeration that they're getting. Either way, it needs to be divvied out a little bit. Okay, let's think about this. What do I think? I think let's get them out. Probably going to get a load of crud kick out from these. Well, they're not too bad at all, actually. Thought I was going to get a load of crappy old sediment and scum, but in actual fact, it stayed in the pot, which is good. fish are going to be like, what are you doing? I think probably some people might say, well, why have you bothered with having plants in your pond? And that's a fair shout, really. And I've always got quite a strong opinion on plants. I think we know from previous videos where I've done detailed explanation that we know that plants actually provide loads of actual benefits to the environment. In many ways, they help to provide lots of things to the pond, lots of beneficial things. I'll drop a video in here explaining plant ponds. Pond plants.
The amazing benefits and roles of plants in a pond ecosystem. Pond plants, both submerged and emergent, perform several crucial ecological functions. A. Oxygen production. Through photosynthesis, plants release oxygen into the water. This oxygen supports fish, microorganisms, and aerobic decomposers. B. Water filtration and purification. Plants act as natural filters. Their roots trap sediments and suspended particles. They absorb excess nutrients, like nitrates and phosphates, preventing algal blooms. Some species can even take up heavy metals and toxins. C. Habitat and food source. They provide shelter and breeding grounds for aquatic organisms, insects, and amphibians, and serve as food for herbivorous animals. D. Erosion control. Marginal plants, like cattails and reeds, stabilize pond edges, reducing soil erosion caused by water flow. How plants extract nitrates. Nitrates are the final water-soluble form of nitrogen that plants can readily use. Here's how it works. Nitrates dissolve in the pond water, produced mainly by bacteria from organic waste and decomposing material. Plant roots absorb these nitrates through active transport, using special protein channels in root cells. Inside the plant, nitrates are reduced to nitrites and then to ammonium. The ammonium is then incorporated into amino acids, proteins, and nucleic acids, forming the plant's biomass. This process effectively removes excess nitrogen from the water, preventing eutrophication. How plants help complete the nitrogen cycle. Here's the full cycle, simplified with the pond in mind. Step 1. Nitrogen fixation. Certain bacteria convert atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia, which dissolves into the water as ammonium. Step 2. Nitrification. Other bacteria oxidize ammonium into nitrites, and then into nitrates, a form usable by plants. Step 3. Assimilation by plants. Pond plants absorb nitrates through their roots and use them to build organic nitrogen compounds. Step 4. Ammonification, decomposition. When plants or animals die, decomposers break down their nitrogen-containing compounds into ammonium again. Step 5. Denitrification. Some anaerobic bacteria convert nitrates back to nitrogen gas, releasing it into the atmosphere. This closes the loop, completing the nitrogen cycle.
So there you go. Loads of really cool things that go on. Microbial, bacterial, nutrient level for plants. They do loads of really good things for your pond. I don't think, when I look at my pond, I think sometimes, the filter does a really good job in the summer, especially, given the amount of food that I feed these fish, or did feed them last summer. But then I think sometimes there's no way the filter can be keeping the water in such good condition. I'm going to leave that there. Nah. Could do actually, that'll probably bulk up next year. I'll leave that one there. And I feel the rest of them up. Yeah, the pond just does so well, and it's got to be the plants. I mean, my filter's nothing special. It's a DIY hand-built filter. It's got probably about 500 litres of K1 and K3 in it, so it has got a really big bio chamber, but the mechanical is not that great. So these plants must be doing a lot. I think the roots are absorbing loads of the bad stuff and converting it. I think them converting ammonia is bonkers. Still can't get my head around that. But the way they store and absorb and take up ammonia to then grow, it's quite fascinating. Must be something in that for sure. It's too much of a coincidence, really. Oh, gee, I nearly went in. That was close. Oh, I nearly actually went. Right, see in here, there's a load of stuff there, but that's all my little plants from the summer. Gone a bit rotten. I might have to take them out and plot them up somewhere. The roots are still going on them. Maybe they're just just need a bit of help. Well, the root systems on these look really good. That's the main thing, right? Right, so let me get my camera. I'll show you what I've done. Right, so you can see these just literally just sit in the baskets. There's nothing in them. They're just absorbing. So they're little snails. So this is the other thing. My fish absolutely love eating these snails. They multiply like crazy in my filter. So yeah, you can see, I mean, it's cold now, but the root system's still quite active in there. So there you go. So that's my little setup. And yeah, just pop the baskets in there, and it's the same all the way along. So it's just it's just a ladder effect, really. And it just helps the plants that only their roots just sit in the water. Yeah, these baskets are quite soft. There's nothing spiky on them, so fish are okay. Right, let's put this back over there. Got quite a lot of condensation on the window today, so you can see it here on the window. It's really condensation-y. That's a word. Again, it just happens. It's I think, yeah, it's that temperature differentiation from outside inside. Yeah, so obviously the temperature outside today has got quite warm, and the pond is still at 11 and the outside's at 12, so it's created a bit of condensation. It fluctuates day to day really at the moment. Right, what have I got to do now? I've got to try and get some of these big plants in over here. And I think the only way I'm going to do that is by taking them from the other end. I'm not going to try and walk along the back of there. That'd probably end up being a funny video if I did that. Funny for you, not funny for me. Would be really funny actually. Let's shift this out of the way. It's a bit weird because the old fish are starving hungry. I don't want to give them too much. Maybe a little tiny bit, but they're all swimming around, flying about, and looking at me as if to say, "Come on, mate." This pellet is really quite low in fat, so there's quite a low protein. Wow, look at the colours of that little chagway. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's low fat, low protein, so it's not wheat germ, but it's certainly not going to bung them up. It's not like a summer food. It'll be quite easy for them to digest. Got a little bit of floating and a little bit of sinking. One thing I will do again next year is get back on the old mealworms. I absolutely love those mealworms. Right, that's enough. Didn't give them too much, just a little sprinkle, just to keep them busy. Right, let's try and get up here. Do I move that? Probably best. Knocked over the old camera there with the plant. Right. Just going to fill up this auto feeder. It's on like the lowest setting at the moment, so I think it's doing 1 feed a day. It's only a little tiny amount, just like the one I gave them just a minute ago, just a little. I noticed when I didn't feed them anything, the water's still, it's not cold, it is cold, it's not freezing cold, certainly still not in here, 11 degrees, 11, 12 degrees, things are still ticking over, so just giving them a little bit, otherwise they do get a little bit grumpy. So they've just got 1 feed a day coming out of there, which seems to be enough just to keep them happy. Right. It's not too cobwebby up here. There is a cobweb there with a big spider on it. Shall I, mate? Just the spider. There you go. Right. This is getting a bit tight in here. Now that's quite a small plant there. So I'm gonna leave that first one. There's not much going on in that first one. It's another marigold. These lilies have just gone crazy. Right, now this one is a big plant with a small body of roots, so it might even just lift out. Nope, because the roots have bedded into the pot. So let's see if I can take it out. Yeah, it's a good root system. It's just not quite heavy. This is obviously going to cause a bit of a problem. So it's got a really nice root system on that. Really good. Not sure how I'm going to get back with this. I have to have one hand. Snail. Right, I have to have one hand on the plant. Although it's coming out of the basket. Jesus. Right, worst case the worst. I know this plant floats, so I could just float it back. But I don't think the fish will be very happy about that. It's come out quite well. There we go. It's clean. It's come out clean. There we go. Let's just do that. It's the easiest thing to do. And I won't wreck the pot. There's all sorts of creatures living in here, which is good. I think I should have rethought wearing Crocs. That was never a good idea. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, this is really safe, this is. Right, done it. That was easy. Not. Ooh. Right. Yeah, let me show you the root system. This is built in just over a couple of months. Just sits in the pot, just absorbing all the nutrients. So it's all good. I think I'm going to cut this in half, which means I've got to go outside really. So I'm going to do it in here. Right, that was simple enough. Literally just cut through it with a spade. And we got two bits rather than one. Let me show you. Right, it's not exactly rocket science, but just sliced through it with a decent spade, halved it, and then we're off again. At this point, it's probably worth just chopping all these leaves off. I don't think it's going to stand upright again. I can try it, but chances are slim now. I think damage has probably been done. Let's have a look. I think if I put that upright, it's just going to flop over. Yeah, too floppy. Right, so I'm going to go for the big chop now. The easiest thing to do. It was the only thing to do really. So just chopped it into two segments. You can see there's loads of good growth on there. Loads of new stuff coming through here, even though it's winter. Right, so probably going to leave the marigolds in there I'm just not fussed. And then just put these inside as well. These marigolds are a lot smaller, look. It's not that they're not going to do well, I just think they've just had a slower start. Those things are just crazy. They both usually do equally as well. I think probably those marigolds will do better where they're getting more light. But that's a good start. Right, so I've got 2 chopped bits now. So I've got marigolds and lilies in there. So that one's done. This one's definitely done. I think it would take them a while to bounce back from that, if I'm honest. Won't see the leaves. Won't see the new leaves probably until spring now, I don't think. It's probably going to set them back quite a lot. I think I need one more set of plants. I'll have to go and brave it again. Just take that one there, I think. Should have probably put a plank across. That's what I did last time, but really thought this through. More of it in the moment, spur of the moment thing. Crazy spur of the moment idea. Right, that basket's spare now. So along the back wall, I haven't actually got a basket in every hole. Whoa. I haven't got a basket in every hole. I've only got a basket in, it's probably every other. Some of them might have one next to each other, but there's always a gap in the middle. Right, let's go for another one. That one looks a bit shorter. Try and go for it. Right, it's just fish aren't looking very happy with me. Just to be expected, right? To be expected. So we were talking about TDS the other day. This is obviously going to push my TDS up, I would have thought, because this is organic waste, dead plants, it's all organic waste. So it will lift up my TDS if I was to check it. Probably not that bothered, but if I was, TDS would have gone up from yesterday, which was about 190. I don't know what it will go up to, could go up to anything really. But I need to get myself into a nice position where I can find a footing, which is probably about here. It's gonna get another snail, little git. Sorry, buddy, but we don't want you in there. Right, let's have a look. See if I can get hold of this. Oh, it's heavy. see if I can move this one. One lump. It's going well. That's going well. Might be able to get this to stay in the basket. I don't know if this looks hard work, but it is. Because these are quite heavy. Oops. It's broken that. Get rid of that. That was a flower. That was a little flower head. Right. That can just stay there. These plants do float, which is really handy when stuff like that happens. Got a really nice smell to these. I don't know what smell it is, but it's nice. It's like a boggy, watery smell. Reminds me of mucking about in a pond or something when I was a kid. Right, it's a good one, that one. I'm going to take that right over the other side. We'll get up there first, though. There we go. Stay there, do not move. As you can see, the roots are just coming through the side. The fish have been eating them. That's what normally happens. Well, that looks weird. I'm not saying it looks good. It looks different. It's got to be done. You've got to crack some eggs to make an omelette. Is the saying I like. That's what I always say when I make a mess in the house. Do this slowly because it's a bit precarious. Oh, that is dodgy. Shouldn't really put my foot on there. I did. And test it again. Dodgy. Right, now this one is going to go right here. Try and make it look good. There we go. Look at that, yes. That should look much better. Obviously that side now looks good. No! No! Crap. But this side's going to look good. And then next season in the spring, it will all look good. Just learned from it this year that actually they look, I really like those plants, and that was looking a bit bare over there. And these plants bulk up so quickly, you can take advantage of it. I think probably one more of those. I think I'm going to get rid of that. Take that one over there. Move the one in the middle over there. This is like some kind of weird Jenga game with the risk of falling in. I don't know what that is. Dangerous Jenga. Jenga with danger. Not a very nice day today, is it? It's I think the light levels have been really low lately. I'm talking last 2 months. I don't know why. Just been really dull light levels. Whatever it is, lux or lumens or whatever you want to call it. Rays, sun rays. But either way you look at it, it's been pretty bad. I don't think it's been very good for fish at all. I'm sure we're not doing very well out of it either. Won't be getting any vitamin D, that's for sure. We're taking the old vitamin D tablets. That'll definitely help. There's quite a lot of dead material in here, so I'm going to go and clean that one up. There's very little in the way of dirt coming out of these baskets, which is really good. Normally when you move these sort of things, get sediment just goes everywhere. It's the only thing with this, you keep moving these baskets too much and they do break. One just made a horrible cracking noise, which is never good. It's alright, it's fine. Oh, getting hot now. Right, that one. There's a lot of crap coming around now. It's falling off. I don't mind them eating the mint. There's quite a lot of mint there, but I don't really want them eating the lilies. Don't think they're particularly good for them. They're okay in moderation, and they're okay in the water system as far as the environment's concerned. They help to create that healthy environment we were talking about. But from a kind of I don't know, toxicity point of view, some plants aren't really. They don't want to eat them. We don't want the fish eating them. The mint, I don't mind, but not the other stuff. You don't want them eating that really. They look good, but they're not necessarily fish food. They're not koi food, that's for sure. Right, let's go for the big. Let's go for the big one. I'm going to get this across. Probably should have waited till the depths of winter when it all died back. But I was just a bit impatient, unfortunately. Right, this is the negotiation with one beam to the next. Well, we've got going on in there. There's quite a bit going on in that one. Got a lobelia plant and a big lily. Look at that flower. It's pretty cool. Right, this one's pretty tangled up. So let's get the lobelia out first. Looks like a little it's a little kind of, it's an ornamental, it's not really well, it's a water plant. It's just not, no, it is a water plant. It's just a marginal, so it can't be too submerged. See the roots are coming out, looks quite healthy. Let's just come over with it. Don't want to muck around too much. Heavy enough as it is. Water shrimp. Yeah, it's like a little water shrimp. They're quite cool, those little water shrimps. Fish love them. Get them in your filters. When you get a really well established filter, you get those little water shrimps. Super cool. Super cool. Hopefully I'm not heavy breathing too much down the microphone at you. Oh, there's a real slippy bit here. I've crushed a plant. That's dodgy as you like. It's definitely falling in territory, that is. He says. Oh. Right. What we got here? Oh, that's great. It's coming out nice. Well, there's something stopping it. It's got a wire here, which is causing me a few problems. Oh God, got a good whiff of mint there. Really good whiff of mint. Right, that just literally just snaps off, as in the whole plant. We'll try and get it back as one unit. See if we can do it. It's too far for my legs to stretch. Oh yes, there we go. Right, just going to float this round. I think the floating bit works. Made a right mess, didn't I? But it had to happen. It didn't have to happen, but I wanted it to happen. There we go. Right. There's a hot one. Oh. Oh dear. Right. Whew. Those ones will die back over the next couple of weeks. We will get some harder frosts at some point, and then that'll be dead. It's bound to happen. And this bit is, as I'm holding it, it's snapped off. So let me just show you. Just snapped off the whole bit. So just broken away from the mother plant. It's got a root system, so it's absolutely fine. Where these bits have bent, they won't be any good, so we can cut them off. I can just move that as a whole plant somewhere else. Probably just straight into one of these, if I'm honest. I'll probably go and cut them off, I think. It's quite difficult to do by. There you go. Okay, it's done that. Like I say, all this will just grow back. It's no biggie. Right, these are going to go over there. So I'll swap them around. I'm going to put a bigger one. little think about this. So I want it still to bulk up again properly next year, so probably take this dead stuff off. Get rid of all the dead stuff. Right. Let's do this one, maybe this one. Or God, it looks messy now, doesn't it? It looks really messy now. Hey, it did have to happen. I keep telling myself that. I wanted it to happen, so is what it is. It's going to look a bit crap for a short while. So if you go right back in my videos, you actually see that I put these plants in about, I don't know when it was actually, it was probably May time. And they were smaller than this. They were just the root system. So really quite small. And they've just bulked right up over the last few months. Trebled in size. That'll float. Some stuff stuck down there. That'll move through. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put one probably here. There's another snail. Let's get him. Break that off. Right, so that's that in there. Ooh, that was dodgy. That was very dodgy. Ooh. Ooh. Get all this dead stuff out. That's good. Right, next, what we're going to put in there. I'm going to try marigold, I think. A couple here, got a good one there. This one needs a lot of clearing out. It's got a lot of dead stuff in it. Like I say, when you're talking about organic waste, it doesn't really matter if it's organic or not. You still don't really want it in your system. So obviously this has done its thing all season, but it's time for it to go. Just needs a little tidy up. Let's just pull that out. It's just all the dead and decaying stuff. Get it all out, get it all gone. Get it all tidied for the spring. Gunk. It's all gunk, you don't want that in there. Again, like I say, it's not going in my pond, it's just where the plants have died. It's kind of sat within the basket, but I don't want it in the water, so taking it out. Get it out. See you later, buddies. Right, got a spare basket there, which is cool, because I might chop this in half. Do I or don't I? I don't think I will actually. I'm going to try and plop that one, that big one down here. I'm going to try and put that as a whole unit over there. So I'm going to go with this one. Which one's that? That is the marigolds, but they're struggling a bit in there. Right. So it should not be this dark. It's ridiculous. Right, where are we going with this? That's going over into that one over there. So then that'll leave me with a small one in there, which is fine. Could be either of those, won't be that one. This one's going to go into the corner. This is going to be a unit, this one. It's got a big old clump of iris, not iris, lily. So this is a big one going in the end here, because I want it to be more bulked up and green over here, just there. That's good. Now I can go with one more, which I think is going to be this one. I'm going to go with the marigold over there. I don't know. What have I got? I've got two more holes to fill over there. So decisions. Either way you look at it, probably need to split those two there in the middle at some point. I'll come back and do that another time. This one's got a really good root system on this. This is some big marigolds. These did get massive in my old pond. I think they just didn't like it over in that shade. Must just be real sunshine lovers, which is fine. I can do sunshine, just not right now. These are fake. These ones are fake. They're not real. Just in there for a bit of colour at this time of year. Brighten up a little bit. Now I think I might put another marigold here, just because I can. And there seems to be a little gap there. Oh, it's raining outside. Just started raining. That's why it's so dark and gloomy. Right, last bit. Let's get it going. There we go. Right, last one in there. So now I've got the marigolds in there. They should benefit in the spring. Should grow. These guys were just taken over and obviously don't need as much sunlight, which is good because this area needed loads more sunlight. What I might do, put that one in there. Is that going to spill? Yeah. Okay, sort that out quick. I've still got a spare basket, which is good. Ooh. It's going to turn this around. There we go. The only way that's going to happen. Yeah, kind of okay with that for now. It should straighten itself up. Looks a bit crappy, but like I say, it should straighten itself up. And then this one, for now, can go over there. And there. There we go. Right, that big leaf is going to have to be snipped. There we go, it's come on. You can see I've snapped it off. There's a new leaf coming through. So constantly replacing each other. So it won't take long. It won't take long to sort itself out. Ooh, that was harder than it looked, I think. Well, you guys just wanted me to fall in. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Right. So. That's good. It's all worked out well. I can go back there. That needs to come out and that. Oof. Right, I mean the fish aren't happy about that, but it had to happen, guys. You'll thank me in the spring. Just not yet. Right, this plant can just stay out of the water for the minute. Don't want that sat in water really. Just going to leave it there. keep your eye on it. Get these floating bits out. Get all this stuff out. There's a few bits still floating around. I think the fish are gonna quite like that. I think it's kind of opened up the jet on the other side. So they do this, don't they, Corey? It's like opening up a new part of a pond. All of a sudden they start wanting to investigate. Not by the window, they're all swimming around here, look. They're all gone around here. All going around in circles now. Going, oh, it's all different. Let's explore, which is always good fun. Sometimes do think they get a bit bored. So hopefully that might give them some entertainment. There's a few bits here that need to come round. I have to get my chopper out later on and cut that down over there a little bit. Some of those little bits over there just need me to get the old big chopper out and cut it all down. Right, that'll do for now. I'll let it rotate about a bit. That looks pretty awful, to be fair. Yeah, right, that's it. Hopefully you could hear me without any heavy grunting or heavy breathing. Yeah, that was just me moving around the plants and just generally tinkering. I can actually see the painting again. Needs a bit of tidying up, that painting, in the spring. I'm going to do it now, wait and see. It's kind of looking quite authentic with a bit of mildew on it, but again, it's all part of the fun, isn't it? But yeah, so some of that should hopefully pick back up in the spring. It's a different kind of plant, and then that over there will bulk up as well, and I'll just have a big canopy of green all the way around. And I want it to be in that corner as well, so it's kind of bulking up in that corner. Don't plan on doing it very often, but it did have to happen. They're starving, aren't they? Just going around trying to look for food. Right, that's me done. Over and out. Come on. Just found a bit of a vortex over there. 96 humidity, 96% humidity in here. It's not good, is it? What do you expect, Melly? Indoor fish house. Lots of water, lots of temperature changes. It's ridiculous. Right, so I've got one basket left. I'm going to probably at some point chop those two big ones in the middle there in half in here, which I'll probably put over in that corner to give me a bit of height in the spring, and then the other half I'll dob around a little bit. Yeah, quite happy with that. It's a bit scraggly, but it's fine, it'll be fine. Right, if you watch my videos, probably not this one, it's well boring. If you made it this far though, well done. And if you do watch my other videos and you like them, give me a subscribe. I'm after subscriptions. If you watch them, it don't cost you nothing, and just boosts my subscriptions up, which makes me want to do more videos. So help me out if you can. Not too worried about a thumbs up or a share, any of that malarkey. Just subscribe if you're watching them. I think about 80% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you did all subscribe, it would boost me right up. So do me a favour, do it now quick, because this video is just about to end. So don't worry about watching the end of this video. It's literally boring. Just go on now, go onto my channel, or just hit the subscribe button if you can see it now. And then this video is finished. Thanks.